Right, so even when you research things online and you find things that look like they're really good and you'll have your influencers telling you how good they are, the reality is quite different. So it's empty. There is literally a few stalls left, and those are all closed because actually it's a holiday. But all of these down this side are empty. Most of this side down here is all empty. The middle is more or less empty. You've got a few monks and some religious and clocky people. Is that, yes, one man with cuckoo clocks, a large quantity of cuckoo clocks. But really, there is not much in the way of vintage stuff here. There's a couple of places with t-shirts, but most of it is just literally not here anymore. The food court is completely closed down. Not good. So that was a wasted trip, and we actually had to come here by taxi, so that's cost us to come here, and there's nothing here. So we shall carry on now and see where we end up. We're now moved on and we're in a street market, and I shall take you with me. Wang Lang, yeah, Wang Lang. A little bit of colour.
Concept เราแดกได้ก็แดกไม่ได้ก็แดก
Custard tofu. This is really cute with all the little houses and the cut work on it. Isn't that sweet? I've got some nice denims. Bright happy colours. We do like some bright happy colours. Melons. Mangoes. Nice lace here. Toothbrushes, toothpaste and lace. There's some rather unattractive fish. Skinny sausages. Little grannies, their little feet sticking out in front of them. A tree all wrapped in its blessings. Sausages. What you find is that each alleyway here has a different kind of thing in it. So you'll find lots of the same stuff down a particular alley, and then the next alley will have quite different things. So we just hopped on a ferry, having walked through the little market. It is so hot, it's ridiculous. At this point I can honestly admit that I'm having chest pains. So we might have to find some little refuges from the heat. It's too much, it's too much. So this is Niam Kam. Niam Kam is little parcels of deliciousness. It's spicy, it's sweet, it's everything. And it's betel nut leaves. And they're really quite Moorish. They really are quite Moorish. Every time I come to Bangkok, I look for them. And they're not that easy to find, but oh, they're good. Thank goodness it's cooler on the river than anywhere else. There are alerts for extreme heat. It's actually at 38, but they're saying it feels like 42. And now this bit of breeze is much appreciated. Much appreciated. I just sort of doing a quick jump in just to catch you up on what I've been up to. So I've just taken a little time whereby I sort of catch up on my artwork because I keep an art journal so when I'm traveling. And yesterday I was out all day in, it said it was 38 degrees, but then it said that it was it felt like 42 degrees and it actually felt hotter than that, and I was struggling. So today was a quiet day. I have to recover. I can't cope with that for too long. It's just, you know, being certainly in the middle of a city where it's all concrete, the temperatures just get so much. My hair literally, there's no colour left in it at all. It's just bleached everything out completely. So yeah, a bit of a restful day, and I just take that time to paint and draw, and ideas that I've been having, you know, little ideas pop in my head, and then I write them all down, and then as I try to go to sleep I sort of develop them, and then I add little comments, and oh, we could try this, and then this would go with that, and what about we add this, and so yeah, my brain never shuts up. Anyway, so whilst I've been out for the last couple of days, I've got a few things to show you that I thought were quite interesting, because they do get lost in the telling. So I went to a street market. There would be a video on it, and it was a thrifting market, and the clothing was amazing in the sense that you literally had to dive into huge mounds of it. But you'll see, it's very entertaining, really. But I also then went back because I saw that there were jewellery stands as well. I thought this was really cool. These are actually like little beads set in resin, but they look a bit like dominoes, and that's what attracted me at first. And it's got these lovely chunky wooden beads, and I just thought that would be really cool. Whether I will add to it or just wear it as it is, I don't know, but I love the sound of it. I like the look of it. It's chunky, it's funky, it's fun. So that's one. It'd be quite fun to add more real dominoes. I don't know. I also picked up this piece, and I actually wore this yesterday because it went very well with what I was wearing. But I think I'm going to add a bug into the middle of this one. But I do really like it, and it looks really nice on. So I'm quite pleased with that. Now that one I paid 100 baht for. 100 baht is £2.50. This one was 100 baht. And again, I think that these will all get things done to them. I'm not quite sure what yet, but this one's all got 10 baht. But I love the colourway on this, and I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's very, very pretty. All sort of aquamarines and sparklies, nice square beads up the middle, and then little copper bits dangling. This might get played with, but certainly for £2.50 I think it was quite a cool one. They had it in lots of different colourways actually, and I almost felt I should have perhaps picked up more than one. And then this was another one at 150. So, but again, I mean, I'm definitely going to be doing something to this. It weighs a ton, but it is pretty spectacular. It's a great big talk of brass, I suppose, brass coloured. It's not going to stay on a bungee cord when I finished with it, but again, it's got so many possibilities, and it's a lovely chunky piece that I think, you know, I can really add and make stuff out of. So those were my jewellery finds. Quite pleased with all of those. Now, a culinary find. These are Marion plums. So Marion plums are basically little tiny mangoes. Now, a mango normally has like a really like waxy skin that you can't eat. You've got to peel a mango. These have a thin, crunchy skin. Now, my husband didn't like it, but you can buy them already peeled here, and they sell them, you know, by the punnet of peeled Marion plums. They have exactly the same stone as the little mango, as a mango, only much smaller, and not taking up quite so much room inside the fruit, because of course they are tiny. The flavour has a slightly more citrusy sharpness to it that almost makes your eyelids do that little turny thing. Definitely makes your eyelids. It definitely makes your eyelids do the little turny thing, where they feel like they're going inside out. But it's very refreshing, sharp and refreshing. So Marion plums, which I've never heard of before, and they have, if you look them up, they have about 20 different names. So you've got Chinese names and local names and all sorts. But yes, what a find. These are delicious. If you find them, go get one. Try it. Really nice. As I said, I've never seen them before, all new to me. And over here you get all sorts of things made out of them. Shakes and fruit smoothies and pies and all sorts. So that was a good find. I've been working on my travel journal. I'm right up to date, so I'm quite pleased with myself. I've even put my crows in. Hang on, let me show you. I've even got my crows in there. My daughter tells me that they've started to fly off, but they keep coming back, so whether I shall see them again when I get home, I don't know. But I'm glad that they're living their life and getting out and about. It's nice to think of them going out and discovering the world and having a mummy to run home to. Apparently they come home for their dinner. Of course they do. I want to give two more mentions. First of all, in our desperate bid to get out of the heat yesterday, we went into a restaurant because the restaurant we were headed for was closed for the holidays. It's Songkran. And we went into a place called Saffron with a Z, and it's literally next door to Tony's, which is where we were headed, and it's on the canal in Little India. And I think we had the best Indian meal that I've had since I was a youngster, quite honestly, living in London. It was stunning, and I'm including being in Sri Lanka, being in Malaysia, being in India, being all over the world. That was just mind-blowingly good. It really was. We shared a mixed tandoori platter, and we then had a side order of the saag with chicken and the egg curry, and then I had a naan, garlic naan bread, and it just every single bit of it was just so flavorful and tasty and rich and delicious. Oh, it was so good. So I just felt I had to give them a mention. I'll put a photograph in. It was just so good. It really was. Sorry to all my vegetarian friends, but oh, good. And another mention I want to give is to a gentleman that I met in Chat Market. He had a stall where he made the most amazing leather handbags. I will include a photograph, but his handbags were just like rainbows. He used strips of waste leather that he then wove, and every single bag was like different colorways, and they were all different shapes and sizes, and they were absolutely stunning. They weren't cheap, but they had taken a lot of work. So, you know, it is what it is. I also will enclose his Instagram. So I don't know how to pronounce his name. Tawachai Rirapak. Go see his stuff. Oh my goodness. You know, especially if you're a lady that loves a bit of colour. It's just stunning, just absolutely stunning. And I'm afraid I didn't take more photographs. I really, really, really wish I had. But maybe if you go to his Instagram, you'll be able to sort of see more of his work. Just magical, magical. There's some talented people out there. You've just got to find them. Chat also found some really good clothes, very interesting, but you're paying the top end rather than the bottom end, which, being a thrifter now, once you're a thrifter, you're a thrifter. It's very difficult to go and pay full price and then full tourist price on top of that. No, can't do it anymore. Anyway, my darlings, just thought I'd slip those in quickly because there were two very, very worthwhile mentions. Another name for the plum that I showed you before, the mango Marion plum, is Mayon Chid, and this is a yogurt Mayon Chid drink. See, it's popping up all over the place, not having existed or never been seen by me ever, and now it's like popping up everywhere, so we're going to try it.
Oh, that's lovely, dude.
See, that is good. That is tangy.
Refreshing.
And really, really refreshing. Mind you, that's a nice yogurt. It's like a Greek yogurt with this really sharp, tangy. I don't think you even taste mango so much with this. I would say it's more citrusy, like apricotty citrusy.
No, I definitely will. Look at that. Yeah, it's a bit more sharper, but I think that most of the yogurt.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So if you get the chance to try it, do. It's probably seasonal. And I have been at the Mayang Cam again this evening. Again, I cannot recommend Mayang Cam enough. This particular one is really citrusy and crunchy and chewy and delicious. Can't describe it because it is its own thing. But anyway, they are my two recommendations. Anyway, so that's a little update. I thought a little sort of snippet of what I'm up to.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe.